Ava Coder, it's time for some Java practice. And today we're going to be solving Java data types challenge at the Hackerrank website. So let's briefly read the problem. Java has 8 primitive data types: char, boolean, byte, short, int, long, float, and double. And for this exercise, we'll work with the primitives used to hold integer values such as byte, short, int, and long. So we're going to be given an input integer and we must determine which primitive data types are capable of properly storing that input. So first of all, let's have a look what is already given to us. So we already have some code in the editor, and if you'd like to refresh on the size of each data type, we have a reference link to the Oracle website. Or you can watch my previous video, but let's check where the link is taking us to. So it's Oracle's website. We have byte, short, int, long, float, all the primitive data types, their sizes, and some examples. All right, so the input format, we're going to be given a line that will contain an integer denoting the number of test cases. And then for each test case t, is comprised of a single line with an integer n, which can be arbitrarily large or small. Essentially what this means is that the first integer going to denote the number of integers that we're going to be given as input. And here you can see the sample input, but as the output format, we shall print that n can be fitted in and then the data type that can fit this number. So it's going to be either byte, short, int, long, or if it is way too big and we can't fit it anywhere, we must print n can't be fitted anywhere. In other words, if we're going to be given a number, we must print that it can be stored in byte or short, or in byte short integer, or in byte short integer long, or in byte only. Otherwise we'll print and can't be fitted anywhere. And we can check the sample output. So this is how they want us to represent the solution. So if -150 can be fitted in short and long, then the bigger number can be fitted in int and long. And then we have drastically huge number that can't be fitted anywhere. So let's get on with the task, shall we? And so we are back in the editor where we can see some code already. So we have a first conditional which says if x is more than or equal to -128 and x is less than or equal to 127, then we print out byte. So the handling of input is taken care of, so we don't need to worry about anything of that sort. So what we need to do is we need to build a system of these conditionals that are going to check the number that you can fit in a certain data type. So we have the byte already and we need the other 3, which is going to be short, integer, and long, as well as the condition for when we can't fit the number in any of them. So it's going to be a lot of copy paste here. So let's crack on with the second condition. Is going to be the short. The reason for the copy and paste is because I can't remember from the top of my head the sizes of those data types. So I'm going to be copying them from the Oracle website. So once again, we need short, int, long, and I'll crack on with the short. So I'm going to copy and paste that line from byte 3 times, and then I'm going to just change the range for the data type as well as the data type name. So we have short, int, long, and now is the time to change the range of the number that can fit into these data types. And as I've said, I'm going to be copying the ranges for the primitive data types from here, because I can't remember them from the top of my head. And so for short, it's minus 32 something. Anyway, I'm going to copy it in here as the condition for short. So x must be more than 32,768 and less than 32,767. But don't forget to remove the commas that are present in the text. However, for int, I had the number prepared for the mission because 2 to the power of 32 will not do me any favor. So here is the minimum boundary of integer, and similarly this big fella for the maximum, and then the long is going to be literally long. Don't forget to append it with a letter L, and make sure you use the capital L because, as I'll show you now, other L can be easily confused with number 1. Alright, and I just spotted that whoever done the task for us, he prepared the clause where we can't fit the number anywhere, so we don't need to bother about that as well. And so we can run the code and submit the code. First we'll try to run it on 1 or 2 test cases. Let's give it a try. Alright, just 1 test case and our code succeeded. So we managed to fit all those integers given, and those we couldn't fit, we, as you can see, we wrote can't fit anywhere, but that was provided for us. And since it's green and working well, I'm confident to submit the code. So we have 4 test cases and they all go green. Congratulations. Alright, so that was V. Please give this video an Emperor's thumbs up, toll the bell and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Bye for now.